Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 tips and techniques to use with a commission-free broker. I tell you, I'm jealous of you guys. I remember when I got started, commissions were brutal, especially on a small account. What's great now is almost every mainstream broker has gone commission-free. I'm going to tell you how to profit from that, as well as things to look out for. Hey everyone, lead trainer with StocksToTrade, Tim Bohen here. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share these videos with your friends. We love helping out newer traders, and we've got a wealth of information, whether it be the podcast, how-to videos like this, the live videos I do every single day. We do long-form webinars as well. There's just a ton of information on our YouTube. Please share. Please help everyone profit because, it's just an amazing market right now. And I think no matter when you're watching this, I'm recording fall of 2020. I think it's the new normal. I think things are going to be this volatile for quite some time. And I want anyone that's interested in trading to be getting started now. A quote I use all the time on webinars is the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is today. So plant that tree, get started, pay it forward, help somebody out by sharing these videos. And if you're watching these videos, you're picking up some information, you're learning from them, and you're looking to now take that next step to really improve your skills, to really build on what you've been learning here, check out the Steady Trade team, do twice daily webinars every single day. I'd love to help you out and work with you in the small group of the Steady Trade team. All right, today we're going to be talking about the pros and the cons of commission-free brokers. The one you most hear about is Robinhood. They were kind of the first, but the great thing is now a lot of other brokers have followed, including some of my favorites like E-Trade and even Interactive Brokers. Now, there's different rules they apply. Some of the brokers give you more services if you pay commissions and less services if you don't. But the simple fact is if you're new, and this might be, I don't know if it's controversial, but it might be a little against the grain, maybe. I'm one of those ones that I don't necessarily think the commission-free brokers are necessarily a bad thing. Because, listen, if you're getting started, you're not trying, well, you might be trying, but I'm going to caution you against it. You're not trying to make $1 million today or next week, okay? And if you've got those kind of expectations, if you're new to trading and you're like, oh, I'm going to make $1 million this year, these videos probably aren't for you. I'm sorry. I appreciate you're here. Maybe it showed up in your feed. Maybe you Googled it. But if you're looking to make $1 million your first year of trading, go somewhere else, because I'm not going to tell you how to do that. What I'm going to tell you how to do is build a skill over time that eventually, slow and steady, 1% better a day, you could get there. But at the end of the day, if you're new, you've probably got a small account, and commissions make a big deal. If you're trading with a $500 account or a $1,000 account or even a $5,000 account, if you're paying, like the olden days, I think back to 10 years ago, if you're paying $50, $60 in commissions, you could have a great trade. Something like on my screen, Staff this morning. This was one of our main morning breaks. And you can see when this broke the high of the day at 2, that whole half dollar area, it held VWAP all through pre-market, all these things we look for. It spiked as high as 334. Let's say you made $1 a share on 100 shares. Again, small size, but you make $100, but if you pay $50 in commissions, you're basically, you're still green on the day, but half your profit went to commissions. So that's the great thing about the commission-free thing. Because, again, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, you're just trying to learn. You're trying to build skills. And the thing is, if you can recognize a stock like STAF, which is a low-float stock, you can see 7 million in the float. It's midday. It's traded 100 million. In pre-market, it had traded 10 or 15 or maybe even 20 million. If you can recognize these setups and start making $1 a share repeatedly, you can grow your account, but not if you're giving half of it away in commissions like the olden days. So that's the best thing, is you can learn without paying all those fees. And listen, you're going to you're going to have fees. Trading is a business. StocksToTrade. Check out the trial. It's an amazing software. I love it. Obviously, I'm biased. I mean, I use it every day. I think it's the best trading and research platform out there, but it's not free. You got to pay for that. You got to buy a computer. You're going to have to upgrade your computer. I mean, we love to run the latest and greatest hardware. Maybe you're paying other subscription fees. Maybe you're paying for a Wall Street Journal or a Barron subscription. So there's fees out there. So wherever you can save money, especially on that commission side, it's a great thing. Now, so free. Number one, best thing, free. Who doesn't like free? Free as in beer, right? The best beer is always the free beer. But anyway, the second thing is it's brought so many newbie traders to the market. And simple fact is a lot of them aren't like you. A lot of them aren't watching these videos. A lot of you aren't in the Steady Trade team. A lot of you aren't listening to the podcast. A lot of you aren't going to the StocksToTrade blog or the StocksToTrade University site. Most people are lazy. I mean, hey, I don't care what it is, whether it's trading or anything. Most people are lazy and they're not putting in the work. And, maybe they got a stimulus check and they opened up a Robinhood account and they're sleeping till noon and they wake up and they're hungover and they want to make some trades. That's the great thing. Bring me the lazy, hungover, dumb, air quotes, dumb money that aren't willing to research, that aren't willing to study chart patterns, aren't willing to back test data, fill out spreadsheets. So that's the greatest thing. Well, second greatest thing, for you. If you're willing to put in that time and that effort, you can profit from the lazy people. And now with commission free, it's like zero barriers to entry. Now you can sign up on your phone. It's never been easier. In my 15 years of trading, it's never been easier to get started than right now. And what's the best way to attract lazy people? Make things easy. And listen, Robinhood, all the brokers make it super easy, man. You sign up for an account. I think back, and I know I'm the gray-haired old man, so I'm always talking about the olden days. But years ago, it would take you a week, 2 weeks to get an account open. They had to approve the forms. You'd have to sign some other form. Then you'd have to fund your account. It would take a week. Every time you'd sign up for a brokerage account, it was a multi-week thing. Now, I think Robinhood, don't quote me on this. I think you can be trading in 24 hours or maybe 48 hours. So the less barriers to entry attracts more lazy people. We love lazy people that aren't willing to put in the time and the research. So those are the two biggest things. Let's talk about the three biggest cons. At the end of the day, and you'll hear about this a lot, especially Robinhood, what they're doing is they're grouping your orders and selling your order flow is what it's called, okay? A lot of people call it front running. I don't really consider it front running. So not to get too deep in the weeds, just understand that you've got a maker-taker structure in the market, and you can be paid to add and remove liquidity, okay? And I know this is, I don't want to get too much, high level, but the simple fact is, as a broker or even as a trader, like if you're a big trader, if you learn these lessons and someday you're trading millions of dollars, you can actually get paid rebates to add and take liquidity, as it's called. So Robinhood does that. They group orders, they sell your order flow, and they make money off it. They collect the rebates, they collect the fees, and that's how they make money. Because remember, just like whether it be Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or YouTube, there's got to be money somewhere, okay? Listen, if you use Facebook every day and you never pay Facebook anything, you ever think, how's Facebook worth, whatever their market cap is? Let's look it up for entertainment purposes. $1 trillion? I was close. I said $1 trillion, 750 billion. So how does Facebook get to 750 billion in market cap, their enterprise value, when you never give them a penny? Well, ultimately you're the product. You're being sold. And to me, even though Robinhood, a lot of people will give them a hard time, a lot of people will complain about it, a lot of people call it front running, I think, especially as a newbie trader, for you, I think the downside is worth it. And yeah, maybe it costs you a penny here and there. Yeah, I mean, listen, or maybe it costs you 10 cents. But at the end of the day, I think the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. Now, if you're trading millions of shares, okay, now Robinhood's going to be making bank off you. But if you're trading millions of shares, you wouldn't be trading at Robinhood. So that's where there's this disconnect. And you'll see this a lot on blogs, on Twitter. You'll see these high dollar traders that are bashing. Well, they're 10-year veterans. They're 20-year veterans. They're trading multi-million-dollar accounts. They have a system. They have a methodology. They're trading millions, maybe billions of shares a year. They're different than you. So that being said, just be aware of it. Next thing a lot of the times is you will miss fills. They, especially on these fast-moving stocks, like a staff, Robinhood isn't the fastest broker out there. Because again, they're doing this stuff where they're grouping orders and everything. And, and listen, Interactive Brokers is one of the best brokers out there. E-Trade is known for this, being very fast. The Thinkorswim, I mean, there's a lot of fast brokers out there. But again, you might miss a fill here and there, but I just think that's teaching good discipline. And listen, when you've got some stocks like, today SPI ran again, and today it ended up only, air quotes, only ran 100%, when a month ago it ran from $1 to 46 in one day. So sometimes if you get a stock that goes from 1 to 46, you'll miss a fill with every broker. So understand that it's frustrating, it's annoying, and yes, you will occasionally miss a fill with every broker, probably more with the free brokers, but at the end of the day, you're here to learn. And if you miss that fill, but you were on the right stock and you had the right plan, you can write in your journal and be like, hey, listen, I knew when SPI broke the high of the day at 10 in pre-market, former runner, high float stock with EV news, they had electric vehicle news. I knew this thing had the potential to run, and it went from 10 to 14. I was on the right track. Yeah, I missed my fill, but I spotted a good setup. I had a good entry. I had a good exit. And that's how you learn over time. So, and again, remember, even veterans like me, you still miss fill on these volatile stocks, no matter what broker you have. Last thing I want to talk to you about is kind of similar to what I just said. Always be focusing on execution, trade plans, good entries and exits. And at the end of the day, that's what you're here to do, okay? And a free broker can allow you to do that. And that's what I want you to focus on, is good trades, good setups, repeating over and over again. Again, another thing I say a lot is it's not quantity, it's quality. And SPI, repeat runner. I'll tell you, as soon as I fired up my platform this morning, I saw SPI gapping up. I was like, man, this is a stock. It just ran. It traded, again, the other day when it did that move, traded 350 million shares. I know it's got the volume. I know it's got the liquidity. I want to focus on these setups. And even if you're paper trading, that's, I know I said it in the beginning, but we're not trying to get a Lamborghini. We're not trying to get a yacht. We're trying to learn a skill that we can repeat, spot the best setups. Then over time, once we hone our skills, once we build our minds, our discipline, our mindset, we've got our screeners built, we've got our infrastructure built, we have a system, then you add size, then you scale up, and then you grow beyond your free broker. So that being said, like I said, I know it's against the grain, but as a newer trader, I love the fact that you're saving money where you can, you're using a free broker, and again, if it costs you a penny here or there, you're still learning. That is the number one goal. So that being said, if you want to really learn this stuff in depth, I started going into the whole maker-taker rebates, ECN rebates, and all that stuff. We get really advanced in the Steady Trade team. I've done over 2,300 webinars to date. I do 2 a day. Every single day. I have never missed a day in 4.5 years. I'm in chat every morning. At 6 a.m. today, we were talking about that potential high day break on SPI. I think it's the best way to learn. Get in there early, put in the reps, put in the time, and you can spot stuff like SPI or Staff or a lot of these other runners. All right, everyone, have a great day. Check out the archive. Again, podcasts, all kinds of tips and tricks, live videos, trade recaps, watch list recaps. It's all over there. Check it out, and we'll see you next time.